So, massive welcome to this call. I do this every Wednesday and every Sunday night, so it's a bi-weekly call. So thanks very much for joining on. There's a chat function if you're on a phone or a laptop or whatever. There should be a chat function at the bottom. You're very welcome to ask any questions during the call. Hopefully I'll answer most of them before you need to ask them. So I'd hang on till towards the end. If you do have any questions, just ask them. I won't answer them as we go, but I will check at the end to see if there's any questions there. But you can always go back to the person who invited you onto the call tonight and ask any questions that you've got after the call. But I really appreciate you taking the time out just to take a look. The whole idea of this call that I do every twice a week is really just to share the products that we love and have impacted our lives, and the business the same that we all love and has impacted our lives. And the idea is really just to hopefully inspire you, hopefully to, if you dialed in to support one of your friends who's launching a business tonight, to help you to see why they are so excited about what they're doing, and also maybe to excite you as well, and see if it might just be something that is in it for you too. And what I'm going to do is just explain to you why the product and the business, but first of all the product just makes sense, and how I'm going to do that really is just to tell you my story. So let me just introduce myself. My name is Emma Snedden. I've been taking the Juice Plus products for 4 years this month. I have never felt better than I do now. I've got loads of energy. I feel fabulous. I was 40 a few months ago. I'm in better health, and I feel better than I did when I turned 30 10 years ago. So before I just talk to you a little bit about how I came across the products and the impact that they've had on me, so that you can kind of decide whether they might be something that you're interested in, I just wanted to help you to just ask yourself these questions as you sort of listen for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Do you eat enough fruit and vegetables? So that's question number one. Do you eat, as we stand today, do you eat enough fruit and vegetables every single day, 365 days a year? For the vast majority of the population, the answer to that question is no, we don't. We know what we're supposed to eat, but we simply don't eat enough of it. The second question is, do you eat enough of a variety of fruit and vegetables every single day, 365 days a year? So for me, when I asked myself these questions originally, I kind of looked and I thought, well, I eat some fruit and veg. I guess I'm eating okay, but it wasn't a very big variety. I didn't have a big repertoire, so it was probably the same 5, 6, or 7 fruit and veg over a period of a week, but not a big repertoire. So really, the importance of fruit and vegetables isn't just about the 5, 6, or 7 that you maybe do eat, but actually it's the orchestra effect of everything working together. That's why we need a big variety in our diets. And the third question is, what's the quality of the fruit and vegetables that you eat like at the moment? So for the vast majority of us, we purchase our fruit and veg from supermarkets, or even some of us from the local grocer perhaps. But the vast majority of that fruit and vegetables has travelled very many miles to get to the shelves where we pick it up from. It's most often picked before it's ripe and before it's ready. So what that means is that the nutritional content or the value of the product that the end consumer gets, i.e. you and me, isn't as good as it would be if it had been allowed to ripen in its natural environment and picked when it was ready. So the impact of all of these things together, do we get enough? Do we get enough of a variety? And what's the quality of the fruit and veg that we do get is the reason why we're all wandering around exhausted, looking grey, looking tired, not being able to function the way we're supposed to. You know, we're not meant to be ill. So people look at this time of year, people are constantly talking about being poorly, full of colds, dragging themselves to work, falling asleep in the middle of the evening or mid-afternoon naps, for example. That's not what's meant to be like. We're supposed to be able to function as long as we sleep and eat properly. We should be able to function every day, feeling good, looking good, feeling healthy, being healthy. And there's a reason why that isn't the case for the vast majority of people. So ask yourself those questions and just be honest, right? You know, what is the answer to that? For me, when I was 36 years old, I came across this product, and I very initially totally dismissed it as not being for me. I didn't think that I needed it. I thought I was relatively healthy. But actually, when I really looked at it and asked myself those questions that I just encourage you to ask yourself, I realised that I was running on empty all the time. So I was functioning on maybe 5 or 6 different fruit and veg, so not a very big variety at all. I was tired all the time. Like, I used to fall asleep putting my children to bed at night. About 8 or 9 o'clock at night, that would be me. I'd be absolutely exhausted. So for the vast majority of people, we don't eat enough, and what we do eat is over-processed and under-nutrition. What I mean by over-processed is, think about things like broccoli is a great example. For those of us who eat broccoli, we tend to boil it or steam it, and so the nutrition that was left in it ends up in the water. And what do we do with the water? We chuck it down the sink, right? So we're not getting even nutrition that is in that vegetable. We're not even getting that at the end of the day. So when I came across this product as a busy working mum, right, I used to work 14, 16 hours a day, long hours, and really like put myself at the bottom of the list like a lot of parents do. I think I was just like, make sure the kids are fed and out the door and I don't really matter. I came across this product, right, which, excuse me, is, wrong around, Juice Plus. It's fruit, vegetables, and berries, right, in a really easy to consume, affordable format. 30 different fruit, veg, and berries in an easy to consume, affordable format was something that I just, once I looked at it, I instantly understood. And like I said at the beginning, it just made sense to me. I didn't eat enough. I didn't eat a big enough variety, and the quality of what I did eat wasn't very high. This, let me show you what it looks like. Right, we've got 30 fruit, veg, and berries. They're basically picked when they're ripe, so they're allowed to ripen in a natural environment where they're supposed to ripen. They're picked when they're ripe. They're then freeze-dried, the water's removed, and the powder that's left is encapsulated immediately. So all the nutrition that should be in that product, so from that, each of those fruits and each of those vegetables and each of those berries is encapsulated into there. And all you needed to do is take 2 fruits, 2 veg, 2 berries every single day with a pint of water. I don't go anywhere without one of these. Right, every single day, and get on with your day. That's it. It was just a no-brainer. I totally understood why that would work. The other thing really that I love about it is they're really good for you, and they're non-GMO. There's no nasties, and just fruit and veg, right? There's no, there's no health warning on here. It's food. So your body recognizes it, right? It's not a man-made supplement because it's food. It's whole food nutrition. It's not like a vitamin supplement. It's not like something you're going to get in a supermarket or a health store or whatever. It's a man-made supplement. This is a whole food supplement because your body recognizes it. When you take that product, it goes, oh, okay, that's food. I know what to do with that, and it disperses it around your body and uses it properly. So let me tell you just examples of what's in here. I'm not going to go through it all, but have a think about, do you get these 365 days a year, 7 days a week? Okay, cranberries, oranges, cherries, pineapples, peaches, papayas, dates, prunes. Like, I don't think I've ever, certainly not regularly eaten prunes, not every single day. I don't know anybody who does. Vegetable ones. So these are parsley, broccoli, spinach, kale, cabbage, tomatoes. I definitely didn't eat cabbage every single day. Now I'm getting that every single day, 365 days a year. This one I particularly love. It's fantastic. So the berry product is amazing for your skin, for your hair, for your nails, for your vitality, but most importantly, right, so all those things are important. What we look like is really important, but what we look like is driven by what comes on the outside, not what we put on our skin, but what we put in our bodies is so much more important. But this is actually also really good for your cardiovascular health, for your heart health, and frankly, as we get older, that becomes more and more important as well. So what's in here? There's Concord grape, pomegranate, blueberry, bilberry, blackberry, elderberry, raspberry, every berry you can think of, right? Some of them I've never even heard of, cranberries, blackcurrants. So within those 6 capsules that I take every day, I'm getting those 30 varieties every single day. And the upshot of all of that, right, the top and bottom of it is, I feel great. I look better. I'm wide awake. I'm bouncing out of bed on 6. I'll probably go to bed about midnight because it's late, not because I'm tired. I get up at 6 and I'm wide awake. I don't have any problems staying awake at night. I don't have any problems functioning at all. I don't get poorly. I haven't been ill for, well, I can't remember the last time I had a cough, a cold, a splutter, or anything even closely remotely linked to anything like that. I don't think that that's a coincidence. My skin looks better, my hair and my nails are better, and I'm just healthier, and I just feel better. Do you know what I love? I feel better all the time. So it's not like, I used to function on coffee. I didn't eat breakfast. I drank a lot of coffee. I exercised a lot, but I wasn't healthy. So there's a big difference between being thin and being healthy. My energy levels used to be up, down, up, down, up, down. I was like, my moods were up, down, up, down. Everything now was just like that, right? Just better all the time. And I absolutely love them because it's real food and my body recognizes it. It knows what to do with it. And that impact can be relatively fast. So I think probably within 2 to 3 weeks of taking this product, I just felt so much better. So what I loved about it then, when I found out what was in the product and how amazing it was, when we're looking after our own health, I think it's extremely important that we need to look after our children's health too. Now, I've got 3 children, 2 of my own and a stepdaughter who's a bit older, just started uni. All of them take the Juice Plus product because I realised that you could get these as well, right? Fruit, veg and berries in a chewable format. Let me just show you for the same content, the same fruit and vegetables that I just mentioned there, but in a chewable format. So my little ones who were 3 and 6 when I first started taking Juice Plus, We've been taking this product for 4 years next month, right? It's a chewable, see that? Like a squishy version of the capsules. We'll put it back in the bag. They take 2 of each of them every single morning going out the door to school. So I know as a mum, right, how difficult it is to get fruit and vegetables into your children regularly. It's hard to do it ourselves, right? So of course it's hard for our children to do the same. But for me, if I'm looking after my own health and my partner's looking after his health, why would we not give our children the optimum nutrition that we can give them? It's like a nutritional safety belt, right? It's not replacing fruit and vegetables. We don't say take this product, you don't need to eat fruit and vegetables. It actually has the opposite effect. The more that you take Juice Plus, the more you crave healthy, good fruit and vegetables. And that's proven through a number of different studies that it's the most the most researched nutritional product that there is in the world. There's over 35 peer-reviewed, published medical studies, journals into Juice Plus that prove that it does all the things that I've experienced myself. But the one that I love the most is the Children's Health Study. So the Children's Health Study is a study currently into over 1 million children worldwide into the effects of good nutrition on children's health. So what effect does it have? For me, my own experience is they haven't had a day off school, they haven't had a doctor's visit, they haven't had a cough or cold or anything like that since they started taking this product. I do not think that's a coincidence. They're young kids, they're surrounded by other kids, they're in touch with everything. But this product boosts your immune system, that's proven. But the Children's Health Study, which means that they get this free, right? When I buy these, my children get this free. My husband buys these, we get another child gets these free. The Children's Health Study also proves that 1 million children worldwide, that's the impact. They drink more water, they eat more fruit and vegetables, they're more aware of their own health and the importance of fruit and vegetables, less days off school, less doctor's visits. That's just a handful of some of the results that we've seen. So for me, as a mum, just being able to know that I'm giving my kids that amount of nutrition every single day takes a weight, it honestly takes a massive weight off as a parent. The final product I want to talk to you about really briefly before I introduce a couple of the girls is this one. This one's nearly empty. We've just devastated about, just placed another order. This is Juice Plus Complete, right? This is the shake product. You may or may not have heard of this product. A lot of people think that the Juice Plus Complete is a weight loss product. Let me tell you this, right? It can be used as a weight loss product alongside a healthy diet, alongside a clean diet, alongside lots of water and some exercise and making some small lifestyle changes. But it can be used as a meal replacement. I used it to replace a meal I wasn't having. So when I was introduced to the Juice Plus Complete product, I didn't eat breakfast, didn't have time, last on the list, all of that. This product, for me, what I loved about it was it tastes amazing. Big tick in the box, it's important. If I could, so many people, I don't want to be holding my nose and chugging something back. I want to take something that tastes amazing, right? But I actually look forward to getting up and drinking or eating in the morning. This product, I mix it with a non-dairy milk, some frozen fruit in less than a minute, and I'm out the door. That was really important for me as a busy working mum. 60 seconds, tick in the box, out the door. Tastes great, tick in the box. Really healthy, no nasties, no rubbish in there, just really good plant-based protein nutrition. Filled me up till lunch, big tick in the box, right? I used to just snack and eat rubbish because I didn't eat properly in the morning. Or worse, didn't used to eat anything at all. This product really, really, really worked for me. It can be used in so many different ways. My husband takes 2 or 3 of these a day, pre and post workout at the gym. Great for sports recovery, used by athletes, used by marathon runners, used by Olympic athletes. All sorts of people use this product for pre and post recovery in the gym. It can be used for weight gain, weight loss, fat gain, fat loss, muscle building, whatever you want, right? It's a meal in a really, really easy, affordable, easy to consume, fast, healthy way. Again, so enough from me for a minute. Let's hear from some of the girls who want to share their stories with you. So first of all, I'm going to introduce Kelly. Kelly, can you unmute yourself for me?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Fantastic. So thanks very much for joining us on the call. I would love for you to share your story, Kelly. If you could just tell us, why did you get involved with taking Juice Plus? What's it done for you and why are you excited about the future?
Well, basically, started off because I've heard about Juice Plus before. I needed to lose some weight myself. And really, my main reason why is my daughter. She's 15 years old, and a few months ago, we found out that she was anemic. She had a B12 deficiency, which she has to have injections for. And I was sat there really as a mum thinking, what can I do? What can I do really more to help? Because she doesn't always take her tablets. It's quite difficult with teenagers. And I kind of already knew the answer. because I already knew about Juice Plus, I knew what it could do, I knew loads of stuff about it, and it just made me kind of think, do you know what, I already saw Emma on Facebook. Our daughters go to the same school. So I just got in touch with Emma. She came round, had a chat, and I signed up as well and joined the business on Christmas Day. And that's it, really. It's just fantastic. Jordan, the kids this week have had clean meals cooked for them. We've all had the same meals. That never happens in our house. And Jordan's been taking the capsules every day, which is just fantastic. And so far, so good. So watch this space, really.
That's awesome. Thanks very much. So I know that you've had a sneaky look at the scales yourself this week. Go on, tell us how you've gone.
Yeah. I've lost 6 pounds since Tuesday.
Fantastic.
So I'm really, really, really pleased. So I just can't wait to see where it takes me now, really. And I've been busy all day.
Quickly, why are you excited about the business opportunity? Why are you excited about the future?
I'm really happy because I love helping other people. So if I can help other people achieve their goals, that would be amazing. And I've also seen on Facebook everything that you do. And I'm kind of thinking, why can't I do that? There's no reason why I can't. So I'm just giving it a go.
Fantastic, good for you. Thanks very much for joining us. I really appreciate it. And congratulations on officially launching your business tonight. I'm really excited to work with you. I think you've got an amazing future ahead of you, not just on the product but with the business as well. So congratulations for that. And I'll be working really close with you over the next few weeks and months. And if you could just mute yourself for me, that would be great. Thank you. And I just want to introduce Gemma. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, Gemma.
Hey.
Thank you very much for the call. So the same question to you, really, and loads of different, completely different story to Kelly's and to mine, in fact. So if you could just share with us, how did Juice Plus come into your life, and why are you so excited about the future?
So Juice Plus was recommended to me from a friend. He told me that his energy levels had really spiked since using it, after sort of like a week or two, and I really needed the same. I work as a self-employed beautician. I work really long days, and like you mentioned, Emma, I used to skip meals a lot. I used to skip on stupid things like toilet breaks as well, just because I was so busy at work. I put myself last on the list for my clients. So when Juice Plus came along and someone recommended that he'd had this energy spike, that's exactly what I was needing and craving at the time. I was so tired, just exhausted, felt like a hamster in a wheel, just kind of running around and not feeling like I would get anywhere. So I started taking the premium capsules and incorporated the complete shakes as a breakfast meal and a lunch meal, because those were the 2 meals I was skipping. I was severely underweight at the time and was convinced I was healthy because I was never ill. Little did I know how much was going to change over time. Things like mouth ulcers that I'd always suffered with. I used to think it was the toothpaste that I was using, and while I changed that, it helped. But actually, I think my diet was a major factor in the fact that I used to suffer with them. My sleep improved. I used to really struggle to get up in the morning. My alarm would go off and it was like, you press snooze 6 times just before I got up. Some people can probably relate to that really well. But I've got to say now, I kind of wake up on my own. Even if I do set an alarm, it's like my body just kind of like springs awake, which for me is amazing. I absolutely love my sleep. So it's just something that, I don't know, is priceless anyway, to have a good night's sleep and to feel rested in the morning instead of really lethargic and like you've got no energy. I've managed to put on between 1.5 stone and 2 stone, depends where I am, on the scales. But I'm so much happier with my body. I feel a lot more body positive now. I've managed to gain weight, and I've managed to do it in a healthy way as well. I think the products are really important and have been important for me to incorporate them, as well as clean eating and exercising, because I just didn't have time to fit something in that was going to be convenient. Prepping meals and things was just something I didn't have the energy for. And so the product really, like you say, as an orchestra, it all kind of works. I've now got more energy, stay up later, wake up earlier. I've got more time to prep meals if I can, and if I haven't got time, then I just take a shake, and I feel just as good from taking them. So yeah, a bit of a different story to both of you really, but definitely the energy is the one for me that I praise a lot for.
Brilliant. And can you just share with us as well, before we move on to the business opportunity, why are you so excited about the business opportunity as well for you? Oh, have I lost you? Can you hear me?
I mean, have you got me?
Yeah, got you right.
Yeah, so the potential of the business, yeah, you got me, sorry. The potential of the business is just amazing. Being a self-employed person and working all these long hours, like I said earlier, you feel like sometimes you're in a hamster wheel that doesn't get anywhere. It's just, okay, let's go back to the grind another day, and again and again and again. And progress is really slow in traditional business. And in network marketing, as a model, you can go as fast or slow as you want. There's no pressure, there's no boss breathing down your neck like I have. I'm my own boss, and I'm probably the worst boss I've ever had. Work really hard, but I'm in control of my future. And I think that seeing what some of the other, girls and guys have done with network marketing and the lifestyles that they're living, why would you not want to kind of at least have a go and try and achieve what they've achieved?
Brilliant. Thank you, Gemma. Thanks so much for sharing your story. And I think it's a real, the energy level one is a real common story for a lot of people. Certainly was my experience as well. Like, the energy was the thing that I was evangelical about when I got involved in the product. So thank you very much for sharing your story. I'm really excited. I think this is your year. I know it's taken you a little while to kind of get your story together, and that's really important part of what we do, right, is that you do this business at your own speed, you do the product at your own speed. You'll never get any pressure from anybody to have to do anything, and it's so different from traditional working life in that regard, really, in that this is your business, it's your franchise, it's your opportunity, it's your thing, but you're not in business, by yourself. It's your business for yourself, but not by yourself, and that's a massive difference from a lot of other traditional environments, if you see what I mean. And so I'm really excited. I think this year we're just going to work really closely with you, and I just think you've got a massive exciting future ahead of you. So thanks very much for sharing that with us. I really appreciate it. If you could meet yourself for me, that would be brilliant. And so really leading on from what the girls have shared there, I want to share with you just the same thing insofar as the business opportunity is concerned, why it just makes sense. So it's just a no-brainer, and I think once you know about it, it's very hard to unknow it. And let me just share with you for a couple of minutes why that is, and then you can make a decision about whether it's like a fit for you. My experience, most of us are working hard anyway, right? Whatever it is that we're doing in life, we're working hard anyway. So for me, when this came along, I just thought, well, why would I not maybe work hard doing this and build something that's, for me and my family, something that's not just building someone else's business, but actually building something for me. Something that's simple, something that's for anyone, something that has no favoritism, that's the same opportunity for absolutely everybody. And I really love the business model for that reason. And as I said, because I love the product so much, and you've heard from the girls there, like, they're completely different backgrounds, completely different experiences, and yet both absolutely loving their product journeys. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands of other people all over the world with their own stories and their own product experiences. I love the product because I was a busy working mum, and it gave me loads of energy. I looked better, felt better, and all of a sudden I was just recommending it to everybody. People were asking me why I was on Facebook at 10, 11 o'clock at night, why I was bouncing in the door to pick up the kids from nursery, and I'd have like a really long day in the office. It's still full of energy, Emma. How do we get involved? How do we find this product? And I was sending everybody to my friend. Oh, I take this product, it's amazing. People would say, where do you get it from? Like, my friend can get it for you. So he just said to me, look, Emma, there's a business opportunity attached to this product. And I completely dismissed it. I was like, no, not for me. I'm far too busy. No way I could possibly fit in. I worked 14 hours a day, 5 days a week. I did not have time in my head to run a business as well, because I had such preconceived ideas about what was involved and what was needed. And I just want to help you understand that it doesn't matter how busy you are. It doesn't matter how old you are, young you are, fat you are, thin you are, how much experience you've got or not got, what you've been doing up to this point in your life. None of that matters with this business, right? Because you can get up in the morning and you can start this business tomorrow. You can literally build it from scratch. Even if you're already in the business and you want to get started, you can literally get up in the morning and start all over again. Right? It's entirely up to you, and it's so, so, so incredibly simple. And let me tell you why. So, first of all, it's £50 to get to own your own business. So for me, one of my preconceived ideas was it was going to be expensive. It definitely isn't expensive. It's £50 to own your own franchise in the UK. It's £60 across Europe. So for me, to be able to own my own business for probably the cost of a night out or half a night out, that's a no-brainer as well. But I'm going to explain how the business works, because I had some questions, and I've just done a little diagram so you don't have to look at my face for a few minutes. There you go. Okay, so all I want you to remember from here is this business is limitless versus what traditional working environment in my experience is, which is really limited, okay? So think about where you work at the moment, where your partner works, where your friends work, whatever. It tends to be this kind of business model, which is a narrowing of opportunity as you get further and further through a company. So whether that's, let's use Tesco or Asda as an example, a supermarket, because that's something that most people are familiar with. Everybody can start here, right? As I don't know, whatever we have shelf stackers and trolley people and the guys on the tills and all those people, okay? But as you get further and further up, there's managers and shop floor managers and store managers, but there's only one CEO. There's less and less opportunity to progress through a business as you get further and further up there. That was definitely my experience in corporate life where I was. I got stuck around about here. Extraordinarily frustrating, right? Simply because there was less and less opportunity. But I'll be honest with you, I think for a lot of women particularly, we get stuck around about here because we take time off to have children. We have other commitments then, right? What happens if the child's ill? What happens if your kids are poorly? You have to take time off, or you maybe can't get in. And that definitely, whether we like it or not, right, has an impact on our progression in this environment. And I think that's just the way that it is. This opportunity is the opposite, totally limitless, right? You're your own boss. So you can work when it suits you from your mobile phone in your own time. But the opportunity is the opposite to this in terms of the opportunity. It's limitless, right? There is no limit. Everybody starts here. As I said before, it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter how old you are, young you are, fat you are, thin you are, experienced or inexperienced. It doesn't matter in this business. All you have to be is over 18. Okay? Everybody starts here. Everybody starts at the bottom. But everybody can make it to the top, because there is no limit on the number of people who can get promoted, because this is your opportunity. But we walk backwards and we take people with us, right? The beauty of this business model is that you can't succeed, or I can't succeed, or anybody else can't succeed without helping other people to be successful as well, because that's how it works. So it's a really positive environment to work in, unlike this one, which tended, in my experience, to be pretty negative. Okay? The 4 elements of the business. The first element is retail. So this is really helpful to understand if you're in the I'm too busy mentality, which is where I was, why it works for busy people. First element is retail. So it's not a traditional sales job. You're not knocking on doors. You're not putting leaflets through doors. There's no hard sell, anything like that. It's not like that at all. The only retail element is literally putting an order through on one of these, right, on your mobile or on your laptop, whichever you choose to do. Really, really simple to do. That's it. Everything else is done for you by the company. So it's like a mail order process, really. So the company take the money from the customer, they process the order for you, they store the product, they warehouse the product, they deliver the product direct to the customer's door. You're not driving around after a long day at the office delivering products to people. Your responsibility is to make sure the customer gets what they ordered and they know how to use it, right, and that they're happy with it. That's your responsibility. Other than that, everything that would traditionally take up time is done for you by the company. That's what you pay your £50 for. They do the research, they make the product, they grow the product, they do everything that you would have to do normally. There's no overhead, there's no stock holding, there's no insurance, none of that. Like, you don't need to have that initial expenditure that you would have normally for setting up your own company. The final 2 elements are networking and teaching. By networking, all I mean is think about how you make purchasing decisions right now, like in today. Aside from this business, if you're going to go to a new hairdresser, a new nail technician, in fact, Kelly goes to my nail technician because I recommended it to her because she noticed my nails at school and said, where'd you get your nails done? And I said, Katie just informed me, she's amazing. So she went there. I didn't get paid anything for that, but I recommended a service that I knew and loved and trusted to a friend, right? That's what this business is. You take the product, you love the product, you recommend it to other people. During the business, love the business, you recommend it to other people. That is how we all make purchasing decisions every single day anyway. Decisions about products that we buy, services that we use, holidays that we go on. Goodness sake, we use TripAdvisor to help us decide where we go on holiday. We take advice from people we've never even met. So that's all that networking is. It's sharing your experiences within your network and widening your network. Make a friend, meet their friends. Right? We do that naturally in our day-to-day lives anyway. You already have a much wider network than you even realise as we sit here tonight. And the final element is teaching. Now, what I mean by teaching is simply teaching somebody how to do something that you know how to do. So we all do that anyway as well. Teach a child to ride a bike, teach your friend how to use an iPhone, teach somebody how to use Sky Q, teach somebody anything, right? We teach people all the time how to use a spreadsheet, how to download something. We teach people all the time in everyday life how to do something that we know how to do. This business is even better than that until you're able to teach somebody how to put an order on, how to share the product well, how to talk about the business opportunity. Until you're confident to do that, we'll do it for you, right? You just have to get people on a call like this and I'll tell them how to do it for you. It's so incredibly simple that anybody could do it. I saw a quote yesterday from one of the girls in the team who was talking to a potential distributor in her team. She said, it's so simple, a 9-year-old could do it standing on the head. And I just thought, do you know what, that's so true, because my daughter is 9 and she knows how to do this business probably better than me. It's so incredibly simple. You just talking to people. You talk to people anyway, you network with people anyway, you share products and services with people anyway. This way you get paid for it. The final element that I just want to share with you is how do you get paid? So people ask me all the time, okay, Emma, that's great. Totally understand it, product's amazing, business model's amazing. How do you actually make any money through it though? So there are 3 ways that you get paid. Number 1 is from customers. So you share the product with a customer or with a potential friend, with a family member or a friend of a friend or someone in the gym or someone that you work with or whatever, right? That person decides they want to buy the product. You place the order and the company, so the Juice Plus company says, thank you very much for your order, for your recommendation. We're going to pay you a commission for that. So you get paid for a commission on every customer that you introduce to the product, because without you, that person wouldn't have bought the product. So we don't do TV advertising. We don't pay famous people to pretend that they take the product. There are a number of highly well-known athletes and all sorts of people who take Juice Plus. They all buy it, right? We don't sponsor anybody or ask them to tell people that they take the product. Everybody pays for the product. And the second element is building a team of other people, and you get paid for when they get a customer, right? The business is completely customer focused. Our entire mission as a company is to inspire healthy living around the world. This is about inspiring people to live a healthier lifestyle, to have a healthier life, to walk more, to exercise more, to drink more water, and to eat more fruit and vegetables. This is a catalyst to bridge the gap between what people eat now and what they should eat. And the more people that we can introduce to the business who'll introduce the product to their friends, the quicker that message will get out, right? It's a no-brainer. It just makes sense. If you think about, you could recommend this product to 10 of your friends. That's 10 people who find out more about how to get healthier. If they then recommend the product to 10 of their friends, that's another 100 people. So for you to go out and find 100 people is much harder than for you to go out and find 10 people who know 10 people, right? That's much easier to do. So you build it that way, and that's why it's a networking business. It's super simple, it's super easy to do. And I'm just going to finish by telling you, there's the third way that we get paid is there's a bonus plan as well. It's not really an afterthought. The bonus plan changed our entire lives as a family, paid off all our debts. There's £80,000 in bonuses from start to finish. I know that they're real because I got them all within my first 12 months in this business, because I worked hard at this around my full-time job while I was working full-time, still have the kids, still have the house, still have the home and all of that going on, right? But I worked in the small hours. This business, the product gave me my evening back. My evenings was when I built my business. I was able to leave my full-time 15-year corporate career in less than a year. I was able to retire my husband from his corporate career as well in less than a year. Even if it had taken me 4 years to do that, let's say like I was able to do that now, having joined the business 4 years ago next month. If it had taken me 4 years to do that, it would have still been so worth it, right? We'd both be retired at 40 and 42. So the fact that I did it in less than a year is amazing, but it doesn't matter how long it takes you. This is your journey, your experience, your opportunity, right? You can do whatever you want with this business, but this business is real. The products are outstanding. They do exactly what they say they're going to do. They work. Everybody can take the product from no teeth to no teeth, from womb to tomb. Everybody needs better nutrition. We can help you with that. I don't know anybody who doesn't need more money in their lives, for whom 500 to £1,000 a month wouldn't make life more interesting. So all you've got to think about, right, if this is the right fit for you, if you're even slightly interested, go back to the person who invited you on the call. Have a think about, who do you know who wants to look good? Who do you know who wants to feel good? Who do you know, yes, James, you can. Who do you know who wants to earn a bit of money extra part-time? Everybody, right? Everybody wants that. All you need to do is go and share that with people. Business has been life-changing for us. I was able to leave my full-time job in less than a year. As I said, I've now done 3 years of doing what I want, when I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want. I drop my kids at school every day. I pick my kids up from school every day. So does my husband. We go to the gym, we go out for lunch, and we build a business when we want using our mobile phones. That is an incredible opportunity for anybody, right? I will offer this to anybody because I think it's amazing. What I'd love to do now, I didn't realise James was on the call, but that's brilliant. So if we could, if I could just get James Bull to hop on and do just a quick 2-minute business testimonial for me, that would be awesome. Are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, yes, I can hear you.
Hey,
Nice to have a boy on the call. Fantastic, because there are some amazing men in this business, actually. But we tend to be women, but there's some great men in the business. So yeah, if you could just share your story with us, James, that would be wicked.
Yeah, well, this is the first thing. I think there's massive opportunity for men, husbands, and boyfriends to get involved with this business because there's not as many of us as there maybe should be. But for me, I was very similar story to Emma. I work within Cadbury's, so sell chocolate for a living as account manager, and just realised one day that there was something else. And luckily, I worked with Emma and Mike at Kellogg's, and I've seen some posts on Facebook, got in contact, started a business about 2.5 years ago. Started really hard. Got quite far quite quickly. Last year I took a bit of time off because I spent about 9 months working on a personal thing that I had to sort out, and then I came back and I went to Vegas, and it blew my mind. That's one of the great things. Emma does like some great incentives, and that's what really got my business going at the very beginning, was an incentive that I think it was about 3 weeks in. I was absolutely pants at network marketing, didn't have any skills, and I had the pleasure to go away with Emma and stuff, and it absolutely blew up my business. I've been to Vegas, and I've just come back over Christmas, got to work. I've never had as much interest in my business now as I've had back then, and it simply comes back to learning some skills, getting around good people, and positive people that are on this call. And all I can say is that I wrote down that I was going to leave work last year, but I didn't really believe it. I've written it down this year, and I 100% believe it, and I'm on the journey to do that and quit, a £60,000-70,000 job a year and supplement that income with this. I've had over 100 leads in the last week. People on this call, on Wednesday's call, to a meeting that we're holding on Thursday. So you're going to have waves with this business, but all I'd say is stick with it, believe, and it will change your life.
That's brilliant. Thanks, James. And honestly, it's everybody's, like you said, everybody's journey is different. And honestly, I'm a big believer in whatever you believe is true, right? Whether you think you're going to do it or not, you're right. Now that you've said you're going to leave your job this year, then we will do everything in our power to help you to achieve that. But you'll do it, and I have no doubt about that whatsoever. Thanks very much for sharing your story. I'm going to leave it there. The only thing I'm going to leave you with is this thought, right? If not this, then what? Right? If it's not this, if this is not the thing for you, then what is? What is the thing that's going to take you from a place of wherever you are right now to a place of complete financial security for the rest of your life in a reasonable amount of time? Because if what you're doing with your life right now isn't going to take you there to a place of complete financial security for the rest of your life in a reasonable amount of time, then you have to have a plan B. You have to have something that's going to give you that security, that's going to give you that residual income, that's going to pay you whether you turn up or not, that's going to pay you whether you're ill or not, that's going to pay you whether your kids are ill or not, that's going to pay you whether you work or not, right? Something. If it's not this, then what is it? And if it's not now, then when? Then when? Tomorrow sometimes never comes. So for me, this is the best opportunity for an absolutely normal, average person like me, Kelly, James, and Gemma to live extraordinary lives, and there's absolutely no reason in the world at all why any of you couldn't do exactly the same. So thanks very much for joining us on the call tonight. I really look forward to hearing more from any of you in the future. If you've got any questions at all, please go back to whoever invited you on the call, and I'm sure they'll be able to answer it. If not, we do the same call again next Wednesday night. Please invite your friends and family onto that as well. Guys, thanks for sharing your stories. I'll speak to you all really soon. Bye.